about the internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world.
XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, to an episode of our script. Let's get right into today's video. Warren Buffett increasing positions in Sumitomo Corp, which is a Ripple partner. We need to follow where the money is going. And in today's video, we're going to cover Fidelity, BlackRock. The IMF just came out with a new coin called Universal Monetary Unit, the UMU. Is that going to kill XRP? We're going to get into that. We're going to do a deep dive. And to put the icing on the cake, take a listen to this. Anthony Welfare, excited to share that Ripple CBDC team will be collaborating with the Central Bank of Montenegro, CBCG, on a pilot project for creating a CBDC or a national stablecoin. And if you guys remember what we covered in yesterday's video about CBDCs and specifically stablecoins and why XRP will be utilized in that transition, okay, take a listen to this.
So what would be the advantage of using XRP, for instance, rather than using, one of these more sort of like designed to be fully stable assets?
Yeah, a stable coin like USDC, for example, that Coinbase and Circle have done. I think that is interesting in mitigating volatility, but you still have to go from dollar to peso, right? So at some point you have a bridge. Somebody has to bridge that. And in effect, what Ripple's doing is, let's make XRP the most efficient, the most liquid, and the easiest to bridge by selling effectively connectors on both ends, selling APIs to allow people to connect to both ends of that. If we have hundreds of banks interconnected to use XRP for that, I think that bodes well for the liquidity of XRP.
It's basically who has the most liquidity is going to win this game.
I mean, that's what I believe. I think different people believe different things, but that's okay.
So one way or another, it's got to go through the most liquid asset, okay? The most frictionless and affordable and the cheapest and the greenest. So where do we even begin? We'll start with Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett says he intends to add to Japanese stock holdings. And these banks that he's referring to are Ripple partners. This is back in 2017. Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corporation and Japan Post Bank joins SBI Ripple's Asia Bank Consortium. This is a consortium, okay? So this is more than just, 3 banks. A few short months later, the consortium grew to 47 banks that successfully completed a pilot implementation of Ripple to enable real-time money transfers both domestically and internationally, with the goal of going live by year end. All 3 of Japan's largest banks have now joined the Japan Bank Consortium using Ripple, including Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corporation, SMBC, MUFG, and Mizuho. You can't make this stuff up. You got to follow where the money's going. We got Warren Buffett increasing positions in Sumitomo. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and smash that like button. Just like the tweet that I made about Coinbase holding all this XRP. This is more than 2 billion under their holdings, okay? These are all 17 millions. We have 39 million here. Just add them all up. There's more. This is just a little bit of it. Take a look at this. We got more 17 million. Okay, we got rows on rows. And we have Coinbase forged deals to give BlackRock clients access to crypto. And we have top 10 owners of MicroStrategy. Okay, take a look. Vanguard, BlackRock, Morgan Stanley, Fidelity. MicroStrategy holds a lot of Bitcoin. This is just like them going after, companies that are utilizing Ripple and its digital asset XRP. You guys know Vanguard increasing their positions in Visa. Same with BlackRock. You can't make this stuff up. You got to follow where the money is going. Fidelity, Square, Coinbase launched Bitcoin Trade Group. They're all working together. The FUD, the markets, they're going to manipulate it until the weak hands are out. It's such a small market and there's less than 3% of the world population into crypto assets, folks. Less than 3%. So, Ripple joins the Digital Pound Foundation, designing a path for CBDC forward future. And on the Digital Pound Foundation website, they just released this UMU. So this is a new central bank digital currency that is supposedly by the IMF. And I'm doing some research on here, and there isn't a lot of stuff. But take a listen to this. In an IMF interview with Tobias Adrian, financial counselor at the IMF, he states cross-border payments can be slow, expensive, and risky. In today's world of payments, counterparties in different jurisdictions rely on costly, trusted relationships to offset the lack of common settlement asset together with common rules and governance. But imagine a multilateral platform existed that could improve cross-border payments. At the same time, transforming foreign exchange transactions, risk sharing, and more generally, financial contracting. Take a listen to what Tobias Andreas said here a couple of years ago at the IMF panel, okay? And just keep in mind, they're all gonna work together. This UMU is not an XRP killer, and that is a fact, ladies and gentlemen. The system is still not a level playing field. UMU is not creating an interoperable system. Okay, keep that in mind. There's a lot more to it. There's gonna be different APIs that are gonna be complemented by different APIs. That's how this infrastructure is gonna be set up. Okay, take a listen to what Tobias Adrian says here.
And a large part of the population in the world doesn't have access to bank accounts. And even if it does have access to bank accounts, those are extremely expensive. It's expensive to make payments, wirements, international payments. So I think one of the big motivations for this new technology, right, because Augustine is asking why, is that there's huge financial exclusion, and these technologies have proven to increase financial inclusion enormously. So I think you have to look broadly around the world. I think this is one motivation, and I think the Ripple example is one example, and Norman has talked about that, is that international payments are very expensive, and the structure is not very well built.
Can't even make that up, okay? That is not a deep fake. Universal Monetary Unit is a cryptocurrency re-imaged from the ground up to support central banking and regulated financial institutions. It features trusted consensus protocol, staked proof of trust, which is SPOT protocol, and a multi-dimensional DLT capable of supporting any asset or liability ledger, enabling full service digital banking and international trade payments. There's a lot of stuff that is not out here yet. I was not able to find the white paper here. This is their website. As you guys could see, jurisdictional sanction enforcement, multi-ledger DLT for full service digital banking, open standards for cross CBDC interoperability. So open standards for cross-border CBDC interoperability. Keep that in mind. That's a big, big deal right there. And if you guys could see, this is like their little image that they have. You have the Ucoin, and we have, it looks just like what XRP's set out to do. But something tells me there is something more to this. It's a little fishy how it's out here just like this, okay, right away. But again, time will tell how this ends up to be. They're labeling this Crypto 2.0. CBDC cryptocurrency reimage for banking. There isn't really much out there. Let me know if you guys have any links for this, like a white paper or anything. I tried looking, I was not able to find anything. I was very unsuccessful with this. But at the end of the day, folks, God knows Ripple could have made this for them. This could be another proof of concept that they're running. Remember, there's millions of dollars that they're gonna put into this technology. That's, some of them it's gonna fail, some of them it's gonna succeed. So this UMU is not a threat. It cannot fulfill everything that the banking sector needs, and that is a fact. So with that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and we will be back with another episode.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening.
Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.